Heron.
May you please repeat the word?
Heron.
Hairwink?
Heron.
Hair row?
Heron.
Hairline?
Heron.
Herring.
Heron.
Heroin? May you please repeat the word, please?
Heron.
May you please give me the definition?
A wading bird that has a long neck and legs, a long tapering bill with a sharp point and sharp cutting edges.
Heron. Heron. Heron.
That went on longer than a Craig Ferguson monologue. That's Chris, and he made the moderator of that spelling bee say the word heron 17 times. I don't even have the balls to stall that much when a girl asks me if I love her. No bee is remotely fun to watch, and that includes the one who lives in apartment 23. Sorry, Beak, that show is awful. Spelling is difficult because there are too many rules. Silent letters only exist to make it harder for illegal immigrants to learn English. You're telling me the word psychic starts with a P? Go f yourself. I'm a horrible speller, but it doesn't matter because my stacks are fat and Siri is awesome at it. If I just type the first 3 letters of any word, she guesses the rest, except for Blumpkin. That dirty whore likes to watch me type that word all the way out. Being good at spelling is like knowing how to draw a really cool dragon. Unless you're a tattoo artist, no one gives a shit. Skin doesn't autocorrect. All you really need to know is the difference between your and your. For example, your model friend is hot, but you're a beast. And quit proofreading my tweets for spelling errors, you dicks. You think you're so bright because you Googled the word mosquito? You have 7 followers. Be glad that I even acknowledge your meaningless existence. But I still respect Chris because even though it took him a long time and it wasn't pretty, like the Miami Heat, he got the job done. That's why I flew him to Los Angeles, where the language of origin hasn't been English for decades, in this week's Web Redemption.
Yep.
Daniel, Chris is here.
Who?
Chris.
Craig?
Chris, the spelling bee kid.
Crachel?
Chris.
Romeo?
Chris.
Mark?
Chris.
Roscoe P. Coltrane.
Chris is here.
What do you want me to do to you?
Can I bring him in? Chris is here to see you.
You think Hitler made some valid points?
No, Chris is here.
You want to put this in your rear?
Chris is here to see you.
Who?
The spelling bee kid.
The original cast of Family Ties.
Yes.
Okay. All right, where are you from, Chris?
I'm from Oxnard, California.
Have you always been a good speller?
Oh, heck yeah.
How many spelling bees have you been in your life?
4 school spelling bees, won all 4.
You won 4?
And then I went to the county 3 times.
Now, a lot of people think that you were clowning.
No.
You really couldn't hear.
I was extremely desperate. So I just started to say every word that began with H.
Do you really think they asked you how to spell heroin?
Heroin? I mean, heroin are very similar.
Do you think it was just because of the speakers, the way they were set up?
The speakers were facing the wrong way.
Has there ever been cheating in these spelling bees?
That's national level.
How do you cheat there?
Headphone in the ear.
What about people in the audience spelling it out?
Or like
With their
sign
mouth?
language.
Or sign language?
Yeah.
Leave it to the deaf to ruin a good thing.
Yeah.
Have you plowed through an entire dictionary?
That big, huge, gigantic 2,000-page, 30-pound one?
Uh-huh.
I got some serious muscles from that.
Where'd they go? Is it called a spelling bee because most bees never have sex either?
That's a mean joke.
Does language of origin actually help, or is that just bullshit?
It is bull.
Say, mother may I, and then spell the word cup.
Mother may I see you be.
Are you allowed to write down the word?
On your hand?
So but you're not allowed to actually have a pen.
No, but you can always have a little ink.
Or have really dry skin.
We have really dry skin, yeah.
That's when it helps to be black. That's what it'd be.
Yeah.
All right, before I give you a chance to prove to everyone that you're not deaf, we need to clean out our ears. I do this once a week. Lord knows what we're gonna find in here. Okay, there's definitely something still in my ear. Whoa! This little guy was on quite a journey.
What?
I bet you have quite the story to tell. There's only one spelling bee a 16-year-old should be proud to compete in, and that's the Urban Dictionary Spelling Bee, brought to you by Winn-Dixie, your leader in low-price groceries. The world wants to know, are you ready to give her a shot?
Yes.
Welcome back to the Urban Dictionary Spelling Bee. All of today's words are slang, but one day, hopefully, we'll be in a real dictionary.
We're down to the final three. Let's begin.
Don't choke.
Your word, barfle.
Can I have the definition?
To gargle with your own barf. Barfle.
Barfel. B-A-R-F-E-L, barfel.
I'm sorry, that is wrong.
Oh my goodness. You should see the shame on your family's face right now.
Your word, horny corn.
Horny corn. H-O-R-N-Y-C-O-R-N.
Japanxiety.
Can you use it in a sentence?
My advanced math class gives me extreme Japanxiety.
X-I-E-T-Y.
That is correct.
Sad Travolta.
The opposite of a happy ending because it ends in a lawsuit and blue balls.
Chicano wash?
Using the gas station windshield squeegee to wash your entire car. Someone who eats scabs off of their partner's genital.
Place of origin?
Harlem.
That's what's up.
I just passed the gas log and the express is on its way.
What happens? Are you a clean person?
That is correct. That is correct. That is correct. The word is calenturned.
OMG.
I'm sorry, that is wrong.
Okay, first of all, I wasn't spelling. That's an expression, you C-T.
And for the title, the word is Jukaki.
Definition, please.
The act of giving a girl a massive facial from a carefully circumcised schwanz.
In a sentence?
After we finish this corned beef on rye at this deli, I would like to take you back to my place for a nice Jukaki.
I can't hear you. Can you say the word again?
Jukaki.
Just kidding. I knew the word. Jukaki. J-E-W-K-K-A-K-E. Jukaki.
Good enough for me!
Congratulations, Chris. You have won the rusty trombone.